Hi guys, welcome back. It's been a crazy couple of weeks, so I haven't done a video in a while. I'm sorry, but I am back now and it is time for May favorites. I only said June, getting further ahead of myself than we actually are. I'm going to start with makeup, and first up is a tool. It is the Real Technique sponge. It's their take on the Beauty Blender. It's quite a bit cheaper here in South Africa than the Beauty Blender. I want to say half, but it's maybe not quite half price. And it just works amazingly well. You dampen it like you would a Beauty Blender and just use it to blend in your foundation or concealer. The little pointy end like this is really good for getting underneath the eye, and then the flat piece is good for actually getting the product onto your skin, and then the rest of the ball I find quite useful for just bouncing over, and it creates a really nice smooth finish no matter which foundation you use. So if you're wanting to use a sponge rather than those really nasty cheap ones that you get at Clicks or Dis-Chem, I would say invest in one of these. It's worth it. Cleaning it is a bit of a problem. I use the Beauty Blender Solid Cleanser, which I will link below, and it makes really light work of it. But otherwise, I find it quite tough to get clean. So be aware of that before you invest in one. If you're lazy with cleaning things, maybe don't get one, because it's just going to be a little germ little bag if you don't clean it, which is just gross. Next up is the NYX Illuminator. Looks like that. And this is in the shade Enigmatic. It looks really terrifying in the pot. It looks really pink and really scary. But it was funny, I was on a shoot with Marlynette Newman, who is a makeup artist. I will link her YouTube channel below. And she said, don't be scared of it. It is actually really beautiful on the skin. And it is. It gives a really subtle, kind of healthy sheen to your skin. It's not a highlighter like a champagne pop type of highlighter. It's more of a natural healthy glow. But I've been loving it. It's been part of my makeup routine all month, and a little bit goes a really long way. It's quite pigmented. Next is a palette, and it is my Inglot Freedom Palette. Let me take the brush out. Looks like that. So I've got a concealer, a lipstick, and then 3 eyeshadows. This one in the middle is matte, and then these two are pearl finishes. I have a sneaking suspicion that these particular Freedom palettes have been discontinued, the round ones. You can still get the square ones, of course, and the refills I think are about 129 Rand each, which sounds like a lot, but actually you put this together yourself, so you know that you're going to use every single color. And I've just been loving mine. I've got quite a few palettes that seem to just sit in a pile. They always seem like a good idea and then they're not. And I forgot that I had this one, and it's just a really great sort of set for everyday makeup. So I've been using that a lot this month, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm a little bit bleak that I'm not going to be able to replace the round ones. I'm going to have to get a different palette, but it's fine. I can't remember what the colors are called, and I don't have something to pull them out with now, but I will put them below so you know what they are. Quite a lot of makeup this month. Next up is my Chanel Le Beige. This is the Healthy Glow Foundation SPF 25 in the shade 20. Yeah. I will put a link to my full review on this below, and it's bizarre. I don't know if it's maybe the weather or the pregnancy, but my skin is liking this better than it was the first time I tried it. I normally use the Vitalumiere Aqua from Chanel. It's my normal everyday makeup. But this month I've actually been wearing this, I think, more than Vitalumiere. And it gives a very healthy, kind of light to medium coverage. I'd say it's not heavy coverage. You can build it, but only to a certain extent. It's not going to be like heavy night out makeup at all. It's not what it's designed for. But for an everyday makeup, I'm wearing it today, and my skin just looks healthier and glowy when I wear it. And I love it. It's very expensive, but I think worth it. If you wear foundation every day, you want one that your skin looks better than it would naturally on. And mine really does with this. I love it. Next up is another makeup thing. And it is these Luxury Lips Intensive Care Lip Gloss. Except it's more kind of like an oil. They're from Catrice. I did a post on them yesterday, I think it was. There are 3 shades, and the colors actually don't come out. There's no color payoff from them. But This one is vanilla papaya scented, this one is rose scented, and this one is honey scented. So that's basically the only difference between them. It depends what flavor you want. Quite childishly, but I love it anyway. The one I've been wearing the most is, I think it's called Rosacella Festival, which is, it's almost see-through. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's very, very pale pink, and it just gives a very soft, natural sheen to the lips, but it's packed full of hydrating oils that actually nourish your lips and make them feel better after you've worn them than you did before you put it on. And they're just really easy. You just slide them on and off you go. Finding them particularly good in the cold winter winds that we're having at the moment. Your lips feel really nourished and hydrated. And being Catrice, they're super cheap. So I'm loving those as well. Then on to skincare. This is a very old favorite that I'm not 100% sure is still available in South Africa, and it's the Rodial Stem Cell Superfood Cleanser. It looks like that. It's a very, very thick balm, rose scented, and you just rub a small amount onto dry skin and then kind of towel off with a damp muslin cloth or whatever it is. I use the Human and Kind face cloths. They're very soft microfiber and they leave your skin feeling super kind of clean without being squeaky. This is just a really beautiful hydrating cleansing formula for this time of year. My skin has been really dry in patches. Again, I don't know if it's the weather or if it's the pregnancy or a combination of the two, but I find that my normal cleanser, I normally use the Oscar Renaissance cleansing gel. I kind of had to cut that down to a few times a week, and then the rest of the time I use this, and my skin has, I've really noticed a difference in using it. So I don't use this in summer. It's a little bit rich, but I love it, and I'm quite sad that it's not available anymore. I'm not sure what's happening with Rodial or Nip Fab at the moment in South Africa. They were in Edgar's and Clicks, I think it was, and now they're not, so I'm not sure what's going on there. But if I find somewhere that you can get this, I will link it down below. From super expensive to super, super cheap, again on the dry skin trying to combat it sort of thing, is this. It's just rose water. This one is from Dis-Chem, and I use it as a kind of skin fresher. I hate the word toner because I don't believe in toners. I think that if your cleanser is that strong that you have to balance the pH of your skin out afterwards, you shouldn't be using it. So on the bottom here it says use as a toner, but I don't use it as that. I kind of just use it to pep my face up in the morning because I don't wash my face in the morning, I just rinse it with water. But I find that this kind of just softens it and hydrates it a little bit before I put my serum and my normal skincare routine over the top. And my skin feels so soft and supple using it, and I'm pretty sure it's down to this. I think it's 27 Rand or something. Just put it on a cotton pad and rub it all over my face and I'm ready to go. And the scent is just beautiful. Unless of course you don't like rose scents, in which case don't use this, you won't like it. And then last but not least is quite random. It is a immune booster that my gynae recommended for getting me through winter with minimal illness, and it's called Zinplex. This is the triple strength one. It says can be used to prevent the following: common colds, acne, eczema and cold sores. Not so sure about the others. All I can say is that I haven't actually got, I kept getting the beginnings of a cold, and since I've started taking this, they haven't come back. So maybe it says acne. I don't know, maybe if this has made a difference to my skin, and eczema, maybe that's made a difference to my skin, but my skin was dry, not atopic or eczema prone at all. And there are 60 tablets in here. You just take one a day. It's basically zinc and selenium, and it's just a very simple little white tab like that. Just take one a day, and she says it's really, really good for getting you through the winter season. So if you're looking for an immune booster, maybe give this a try. Kind of an unknown brand. I've never heard of them before, but I'm impressed with them. So cold and flu season is here, guys. Get your supplements in. And that's it for my favorites this month. I will see you again next week with another video. Until then, stay well. Bye.